All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Amashiach Yahweh Shai. That's peace to God and Christ in Paleo Hebrew. Today, we're going to get into the Hebrew Israelite Thompson family. All the Negroes with the surname Thompson in the Americas, Caribbean island, Europe, and all the Negroes that scatter abroad with the surname Thompson, like Africa and Canada. Before the narrative that y'all was slaves here in the Americas and the Caribbean islands, you guys was royalty in Europe. You guys was royalty in Scotland, Ireland, and England. Scotland, Ireland, and England was once ruled by our last Negro king, King Charles and the Stuarts.
In the book, When Scotland Was Jewish, quote, the Scottish royal Stuarts were equally dark and Semitic in appearance. Of Charles II's dusky appearance, his mother, Queen Henrietta Maria, had been half mortified, writing after her confinement that the child was so dark she was ashamed of him. He was quickly dubbed the Black Boy. Enemies made out that he was a black bastard begotten by a black...
To remind y'all, the Negroes, the Hebrews, we ruled the Dark Ages of Europe for 1,000 years, from 500 AD to 1500 AD. That was prophecy fulfilled in Revelations 20 and 6. Blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection. On such the second death hath no power, but they shall be priests of Yahweh and of Yahweh Shah, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. So from 500 AD to 1500 AD, we ruled with Christ and Yahweh as priests. In the 1100 AD, we created and stamped these family surnames like Thompson as the Norman Barons.
My question is, who were the Normans in 1066? On to the next slide, please. And here are the Normans. Have they ever told you they were black?
Oh, you know I ain't got no hair to fall out.
Look, I have 1,000 of these images. Lewis, Gaspard, Henri, Joseph, Maurice. These are the Normans.
Since we verified that the Normans were black, now let's verify that the Normans introduced our surnames. Did the Normans introduce surnames? Following the invasion and subsequent occupation of the Normans in England in 1066, hereditary surnames were to be introduced by Norman barons. Now that we verified that the Normans introduced our surnames, let's see what a surname represents. Where do a surname originate from? Do a surname mean anything? A last name, also known as a family name or a surname, is typically passed down from one generation to the next. Surnames can provide insight into a person's ancestry, cultural background, or geographic origins. So when we ruled the British Isles, we formed surnames and became noble families. In the 1500 AD and on, with the fall of the Eastern Byzantine Empire, which was ran by Negroes, and the rise of the Western Roman Empire, which was ran by Edomites, black nobility started to crumble, and Revelations 20 and 7 happened. And when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. So in the 1500 AD and on, the Edomite wild man Caucasian got let out of his prison, and evil multiplied. And Revelations 20 and 8 happened, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth. So they deceived the nations, chiefly us, made us believe our Christ was white, our saints was white, and the bearers of our surnames, our forefathers, was white. And to remind y'all, the Thompson family did not get caught in slavery in Africa. The Thompson family got caught in slavery in Europe as royals and nobles, and became prisoners of war by Oliver Cromwell. In the book Jacobite Gleaning from State Manuscripts, The Transportation in 1745 by J. Macbeth Forbes, we find a John Thompson, age 18, his occupation, dual, whatever that means, from Bam, whatever that means, height 5'4", and his complexion is black. So Banff is either England, Ireland, or Scotland. And this is y'all history before slavery. The Thompson family, the Hebrews, the Negroes before slavery. The Root of the distinguished surname Thompson can be found in Scotland. The name is derived from the popular given name Thomas, an Aramaic name meaning twin, and refers to a son of Thomas or Tom. The spelling of the name with a P distinguished the family from the Thompsons, who were a Scottish clan originally known as McThomas. Thomas was also the disciple of Christ. Early origins of the Thomas family. The surname Thomas was first found in Cumberland, where the Thomas family held a family seat from ancient times. However, some of the family were found in Shotton and Dorham. The family of Thomas held property here, chiefly by copy of Court Road, at least as early as the reign of Elizabeth, and from them the estate came by marriage in the middle of the last century in the Bringlings. The name is distributed all over the greater part of England, but is rare or absent in the south of a line joining London and Bristol. Its great home is in the north, in the region north of a line connecting the Humber with Morecambe Bay in Northumberland. In particular, is preeminent from the number of its Thomas. It extends in force in its Scottish form of Thomas across the border into Dumfriesshire, Roxburghshire, and is very numerous over a large part of Scotland, but particularly in the region south of the Forth and Clyde. As we trace it southward from its northward home, we find its numbers rapidly diminishing. It is, however, well represented in the Midlands. Further south again, as above remarked, it becomes rare or dies out altogether. So to remind the Thompson family, your history was not erased. It was stolen and then whitewashed. To remind the Thompson family, I got family here in the Americas, the Caribbean island, Europe, and y'all scattered abroad. It's about time y'all look into the House of Names, coat of arms. Look into your notables, do the research. Once you do that, you remember you a Hebrew Israelite. Once you do that, you come back to the Amashiach Yahawashah, the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Keep the commandments and get your blessing. The Thompson family gather together. This is the house of St. Nicholas. Shalom.